Now the first one at the top, I was like all the way at the beginning.
What is one?
The story of Sue Surf Rico, yeah.
Close the deal. Go to Golden Gate Bridge and catch some amazing photos.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Noise canceling.
Why do so many rappers find it hard to leave the streets behind?
OD, bro. Even
Making
Trump
hundreds of
got out that
thousands
shit.
or millions of dollars. It's an age-old question that has plagued hip-hop for many years. It's
Yep.
one of her biggest dilemmas. Could this be because many of these rappers have a gangsta image, so they feel they are required to actually get involved in crime? Or is it because some of these rappers are simply not as rich as they portray?
Hold on, yo.
It's your boy Soulja Boy, man. Just saying good morning to all the fans. Spent $6 million.
Or is this just a good old case that you can take the boy out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the home? Rapper Sue Surf seems to fall into the last category. His real name is Rajon Cox, and he was born on the 15th of January 1990. Sue was born and raised on the streets of Newark, New Jersey. He was raised by his mom and his father was never around. In an interview with DJ Vlad, the rapper stated that he never had a proper relationship with his father. They only spoke from time to time.
Sad, man. Sad. I mean, you personally, did you grow up in a two-parent home, one-parent home?
Nah, yeah, one parent, but me and my mom's.
Okay. Where was your dad around during that time?
Doing what doing
That ass nigga flag, bro.
other stuff, so other places, doing what he was doing, you feel me?
Let me go back to this shit. I had to get my shit out of the way.
Rapper Sue Surf seems to fall into the last category. His real name is Rajon Cox, and he was born on the 15th of January 1990. Sue was born and raised on the streets of Newark, New Jersey.
Rajon
raised
Cox.
by his mom and his father was never
I fuck with the name
around.
Rajon.
With DJ
I don't
Vlad,
know
the
about the
rapper
last
stated that
name,
he
though.
never had a proper relationship with his father. They only spoke from time to time.
Sad,
Yo,
man.
Cox.
Sad. I mean, you personally, did you grow up in a two-parent home, one-parent home?
Nah, yeah, one parent, but me and my mom's.
Okay. Where was your dad around during that time?
Doing what he doing father stuff, so other places, doing what he was doing, you feel me?
So did you have a relationship with him at all or not?
Yeah,
really?
we spoke, you feel me? We spoke. Like, I wasn't act like he was one of them, I ain't never see my dad.
Sue's one of those rappers who knew from a very young age that he wanted to be a rapper. His passion for hip-hop was further inflamed by his mom when she brought him a karaoke machine. You'd probably say that the karaoke machine helped him hone his skills when he was just a kid. Sue never let it out of his sight.
This nigga Briz, look at that nigga Briz.
Book simply said rapper
In the car.
because that's what he always wanted to do. But unfortunately, as much as rap was always his passion, Sue was also exposed to a life of violence and criminal activities at a very young age. A young Sue Surf witnessed his first murder when he was just 13 years old. This was also the time that he joined the Rolling 60s neighborhood Crips.
Yeah.
During this period, Sue was shuffling high school responsibilities alongside a life on the streets. Sue attended Westside High School, graduated at the age of 17. But about a year after he graduated from high school, Sue caught his first run-in with the cops when he was 18. He was arrested for an illegal gun charge and sentenced to spend 3 years in prison. However, the rapper decided to fight the case. Therefore, he spent the first year of his sentence in Essex County Jail while fighting the verdict. He spent the second year out on bail before he was eventually agreed to serve his sentence and spent 20 months in prison. But it was while he was on bail for this charge that he delved into battle rapping. In 2010, Sue made his Ultimate Rap League debut in a battle against rapper Young Ill. This surely improved his rap skills, as Sue stated that he was known as the best rapper in the
Young
penitentiary.
Ill, St. Louis nigga, bro.
Started to serve his sentence, and also while serving time that Sue became a father. His baby mama gave birth to a girl while he was out of prison, but Sue didn't get to see his daughter until she was 3 months old, as that was when he was finally released. Meeting his daughter definitely changed Sue and made him a better man. He realized that he could make more of his life by focusing on spitting bars rather than on the life on the streets. So the New Jersey rapper
That look like
stayed out of
his
trouble for a
wife or
long
some shit.
time. Instead,
It's like
Sue
when
Surf
when
focused on
he
his
moved to
career
here, I
as
was like, oh, it's a little
a
girl.
legendary battle against Hitman Holler.
I can't be mad at show out, but if you take show out, nobody to catch the gun will catch you. Somebody tell me what the show about. What you going slide up on me like baggage claim?
That battle was crazy, son.
Wait a minute, your little brother took the tab on that bill.
Hitman versus Sue Surf.
And after some time, he eventually transitioned into a studio and started creating mixtapes. Sue released a 14-track mixtape in 2016, and his career was
He started
truly on the
doing-
rise.
yeah, he
His
started
talent
doing
was now
music.
bringing in money and could now take him out the trenches. Sue's career had grown to a stage where he was going on tour with the likes of Joe Budden. He was truly heading in the right direction and staying out of trouble. But remember what I said about taking the boy out the hood, but not the hood out the homie? Well, that's exactly what happened. In March 2017, Sue Surf was arrested on an attempted murder charge after one of his homies had been shot, Sue wasn't gonna let it just slide. Instead, he allegedly shot the op who belonged to another Crip set, and he was picked up by the feds after. And if he had been found guilty of the charges, he could have been sentenced to life in prison. Still, the battle rapper was kept in jail for a year while fighting the case. He was about to throw away a career that. Still, the battle rapper.
Nah, you're weird. The nigga with the hat, right? Behind him, right?
You see that?
The black hat. Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, this nigga fool. I'm like, yo, how this nigga?
They look like this nigga, man.
Nah, man.
In jail for a year while fighting the case. He was about to throw away a career that he had witnessed so much success despite not being at its peak yet. Sue had become so successful that people were asking him for autographs, even in prison. Fortunately for him, he was able to beat this case, and according to the rapper, he spent over 60 racks on lawyer fees while trying to beat this charge. But this wouldn't be the end of Sue Surf's troubles, and Sue Surf's next challenge would be one of his biggest
60
challenges.
racks.
2018, Sue caught lacking while driving through his op's hood. Sue states that he was dropping a friend off and not there to cause any trouble, but that didn't stop the ops from gunning for his life.
He was lacking. That's when he got shot up.
Light to go green when the area turned into a war zone. From the passenger seat of the third car behind Sue's car, the shooter came down from the car and headed for Sue's vehicle. Sue only realized his life was in danger when the bullets started flying into his car from the passenger area.
I mean, that first bullet hit me, and you start thinking like, what the damn, it's my time? Oh shit. Oh, this is what you've been thinking about all your life. Cause you know what I mean, if you're a street, like every that's been in the street, think about that shit. Like you think about, cause all the homies go and people die and ops die and other niggas die. You think like, damn, you feel me? Like how my shit going in?
Sue caught 5 bullets.
He drove himself to the hospital
twice in
too,
the ribs,
bro.
Twice in the stomach, the last bullet piercing through his arm.
You feel me? So after that first shot, that shit like, damn, this how it's going to end right here. And then everything just picked back up. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? Everything else is just fast motion. You know what I mean?
Sue Surf was now covered in his own blood while wheezing for air and breathing shakily as he saw his life fleeing from his body. But that didn't stop him from trying to survive. He managed to stumble out of the car as the shooter sped off from the crime scene. Sue eventually picked himself up as his body started to go into shock. Desperate, almost lifeless, and using his instincts as only his fuel, Sue started swinging his arms at the doors of the car trying to drive past him while the drivers also swerved past him like a bloodied obstacle they had to escape. Sue was eventually able to drag one door open and slip into the vehicle, and thankfully the driver agreed to drop him at the hospital.
I'm trying to like pull at car doors as I'm running, and like cars swerving around me and shit, you know what I mean? Or whatever, and then I grab one car door and the door open, and I just fall inside and shit. I'm like, yo, I just fall in the car. I'm like, yo, could you take me to the hospital? He like, look, I ain't from around here. I just got off on the wrong, you know what I mean, wrong exit.
Oh,
I don't know
I
where
got
the
a
hospital
different.
at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you tell me where you gotta go, I'll take you.
After Sue Surf got to the hospital,
Yo, imagine how that shit must feel though, bro. Nigga, you not even from that state. You just coming through, probably visiting family, whatever. And then you running the Sue Surf, bloodied up, you know what I'm saying? And he like, yo, bro, you know what I'm saying? Damn, bro. Would you help somebody doing that?
Yeah, all for it. Well, man, like, nigga, I ain't gonna let no life, you know what I'm saying? Nigga battling for his life, bro, you know what I'm saying? You doing a good deed, taking a nigga to the hospital or wherever he trying to go. I got you, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, word.
Got you.
That's some G shit.
You be nervous, yeah.
surgery required 37 stitches to help him survive.
Can you actually show that, or?
Yeah, of course.
OD. But in times like that, you can't hesitate.
To like 37, some shit like that.
Okay, so at that point, I'm sure they
Nigga rubbing his belly like he pregnant.
Sue recovered from his injuries and returned to the booth. January 2019, he finally dropped his album titled 725. The album
Shot in the
debuted
stomach,
#2
man.
on the iTunes charts and #29 on the chart across all genres. With all this success, you would think Sue was done with hood matters, or at least no longer involved in any gang violence, isn't it? Well, that's not the case. In the same year he dropped his debut album, Sue had another run-in with
Nigga had opened up his own, I think his own studio, own venue and shit. That nigga,
none of these cases
bro,
could have prepared
he
Sue
got himself
for
out the
what was
hood,
coming.
but still, the hood ain't get out of him, bro. No cap.
Same thing FBG Main said. You take the nigga, you can take the FBG out of butter, but you can't take the butter out of FBG. As soon as it,
Yeah, you can't take it, you feel me? Yeah.
real shit.
In 2022, or maybe he saw it coming because Sue always stated that he had a date with Karma.
But you said something in a different interview. You said, I know me and Karma got a date. I'm just waiting for her to ring me up.
Yeah.
So that's what you were thinking.
You just, yeah, word.
At around 1:30 p.m. on the 13th of October 2022, officials of the New York Marshal Service and the New York, New Jersey Fugitive Regional Task Force surrounded a building in Jersey City where Sue Surf and a woman were staying. After noticing the feds were around, Sue and his babe tried to exit through the back door, but they realized that there were too many law enforcement officials that had surrounded the building. Sue and the woman went back into the building and they stayed in for about an hour because the battle rapper wasn't willing to come out. So the cops also barricaded them in. They had to call in hostage and crisis negotiators from the U.S. Marshals and the New York, New Jersey Fugitive Regional Task Force. After talking to him for a while, Sue Surf finally surrendered and was arrested by the feds.
Oh, damn, this for one nigga?
To Wessex County Jail. Sue was hit by the DEA with a Rico case. He and 9 other Rolling 60 Crips members facing charges of racketeering, possession of firearms and ammunition by a felon, carjacking, and drug possession and distribution. Sue was also charged with alleged involvement with the criminal gang enterprise, and this is obviously about him being a member of the Rolling 60 Crips. The feds have been building this case against Sue and his homies since 2015, which has helped them file their case on a 51-page document, and it seems most of Sue's dealings went down in the DMs. The cops state that Sue Surf allegedly used an Instagram group to direct his fellow Crip members to shoot all the ops, to buy illegal substances such as MDMA in April 2018, and also conduct a drug deal. The feds also claim that Sue Surf had an illegal Beretta PX-4 Storm 40 caliber firearm in July 2019, and later jokingly mourned law enforcement seizing the weapon on his Instagram a month later. Sue Surf is also charged with assisting in the attempted March 2017 shooting we talked about earlier. Cops allege that Sue and another Rolling 60 member shot a member of a rival gang, the Rolling 40s Neighborhood Crips. Sue Surf has since pleaded not guilty to all these charges, but if he's found guilty, the battle rapper legend will spend 20 years or more in jail for these crimes. And according to some sources, Sue Surf might not be coming home or stepping on the stage ever again because one of his big homies is allegedly snitching on him.
Because his big homie is snitching on him.
That case is crazy because there's already testifying. His big homie is testifying on him.
His big homie snitching?
Yeah, man. You know,
the
like
fuck?
Sir Big Homie is cooperating. You feel me? Right. So, you know, he has no chance of beating this in my eyes.
That's mad crazy, mad crazy.
Nigga, how the leader of this shit gonna, nigga, what? Nah.